I was just watching this video on YouTube. It was about a round table of Indian female comedians. And there were a lot of female comedians on the panel. They were all talking about their experiences as a woman in the industry and in the country and on the planet in general, just their experiences as a woman as a whole. They were talking about it, and within that discussion, the topic of periods came up. And you know me, I love talking about periods so much. I can talk about periods all the time because either I'm like really amazed by them or I'm really annoyed by them, but either way they are on my mind. So during that discussion, everybody was sharing their first experiences with menstrual cycles and how Indian parents and Indian society in general doesn't educate their daughters about menstrual health and menstrual cycles, and so it all comes as a surprise to most of the Indian women, Indian girls. And I related to it a lot, like quite a bit, because like in my village nobody ever even said a word about periods, even when there used to be advertisements of pads coming. The entire room just went really weird, and once or twice as a child, I used to ask my parents, "What is this? What is this product that they're advertising, which has like a lot of cotton and then it absorbs a lot of stuff? Like, what is this?" And nobody ever answered my question, by the way. So, well, they're talking about how people don't educate their kids about menstrual cycle. My family, forget education, they didn't even acknowledge periods. They never said anything about it ever. Okay, so I used to go to the school washroom, and sometimes I used to see blood over there in the washrooms, and I used to be like, I think somebody hurt themselves or cut themselves or something. I should maybe like inform somebody that there's blood in the washroom. Maybe they'll do something about it. And then like it got more and more frequent. I used to see blood in the washrooms very often, and I used to be like, who is getting hurt so often and why is nobody doing anything about it? Like, oh my god, am I the only one seeing this? But thankfully I told this to my then school best friend, and she told me about the concept of periods, and she was like, bro, it's very important that you have it, because otherwise you won't be able to become a mom. But when you have it, you're gonna bleed from your vajayjay, from your hoo-ha. And I was shit scared. I was fucking scared. I was like, what do you mean I'm gonna bleed out of my parts? Like, just what? But then she told me, because this is a good thing. If you get it, at least your reproductive health is fine, and at least you can become a mom. So then suddenly, I was wanting to get them too. And so it was a very weird combination of me being dead scared of periods, but also desperately wanting to get them at the earliest. And that's a very, very tricky combination. You don't know how to deal with that. But anyway, I got my periods when I was 13, and well, it was a whole story. Okay, so so in the video, there's this one comedian called Gurleen Pannu, and she's also from somewhere like a conservative small town in North India, and she was talking about her experience with periods for the first time. And she was like, bro, like the first time someone handed over a pad to me, I didn't know how to use it, so I applied it backwards. Like, the sticky part, I put it on my hoo-ha, and the other part was facing the other way. And everybody on the panel just burst out laughing. They were like, what the fuck, were you dumb, are you nuts, how could you not get it, and all of that. And I was like, but hey, like, that's a fairly common confusion a lot of women have, because I also had that the first time I got my periods. And my grandmother came and handed me this pad, and she was like, go and apply it. And nobody is telling me how to fucking use this thing in the first place. But I went to the washroom, and I was like, okay, so there's this one side that sticks. I'm gonna put this side on my hoo-ha, because then like it's gonna stick and it's gonna stop the blood flowing out of it and leaking out of it and all, right? Like, just in my 13-year-old brain, it really made a lot of sense that the sticky side was supposed to be towards the hoo-ha. And so I did that. Now the thing is, when I was watching the video, the girls were all like, oh my god, you didn't know that. And she was like, okay, I didn't know that, but I got to know about it after the first time I did that mistake. Dude, I didn't even know about it after the first time. I kept on putting my pad backwards for almost 3 or 4 months until this one fine day. I swear to God, this one fine day, I thought, but like this sticky thing is it gets a little bloody, but it doesn't have a lot of blood, but I see a lot of blood in like the washroom and all. So does that mean my blood is not able to come out or anything? Okay, TMI, just I know this is TMI, but just hear me out. And so I was like, let me just try and put it the other way around. So I tried and put it the other way around, which is the correct way of putting it. And I was like, this is not sticking, this is gonna be problematic, but I've already wasted this pad putting it this way. So now let's just use this one like this only, and then the next pad we'll put the way we've been doing this till now. Because pads were expensive back then, okay? Like I remember when I got my periods, we used to get the Stay Free pads packet of 7 pads for like 28 rupees. And 28 rupees was a big deal back then, right? In 2007, 2008, 28 rupees was a big deal. And if I had 28 rupees, and if I had to choose whether to buy pads or to buy bhel puri outside my school, I would always choose bhel puri, because there's enough clothes at home. I can just tear some cloth and make a pad out of it, which by the way I have done that as well. I've tried them. They are very, very comfy. I love them so much. I wish I could still use them, but we're gonna visit that another time. I did use my pads opposite way for 3 or 4 months until one day I accidentally discovered the correct way to use them. That's one. Okay, that's one. Then they were talking about how, sometimes accidents used to happen, like you used to get a spot on the back of your skirt, and then suddenly everybody could see it. Everybody in the school could see that you got your periods because you have a spot on the back of your tunic. And that was especially horrible if it was a Saturday and you were wearing white clothes, because oh my god, removing a period stain from any cloth is very difficult, but removing it from a white fucking tunic, and that too as a child when you don't know shit about removing stains in the first place, oh my god, traumatic. And the problem is, if you get a spot on your skirt, that's not your biggest concern. Your skirt being spotted is fine. The concern is all the kids around you. Like, the kids were brutal, they were so mean. If they saw some girl who had a spot on her skirt, everyone was giggling and laughing and making fun. And even other girls used to make fun of the girl if she got her periods. I was like, one of my biggest fears in school used to be that I don't get my periods in school, because then I won't have a pad, and then I'll stain my clothes, and then everyone's gonna laugh at me, and then no one's gonna think that I'm cool, which is so sad, because anyway nobody thought I was cool. Everybody thought I was a nerd, I was stupid, I was cringe, I was geek. I was this villager in the city school, all right? Like, my school was in the city, my village was 15-20 kilometers away from the city, but somehow my family managed to get me to the city school every day. And then I was the only villager in my class, very, very extremely tacky dressing sense, extremely tacky personality, just very sketchy in general. That's how I was as a kid. So it's not like I was the cool kid anyway, but still, if I got a period stain on my skirt, that just meant the end of the world for me. This one time I got I stained my skirt in school, all right, and it was like a big ass stain, like really big stain. And I went to the washroom immediately and I started cleaning it, and it won't go away, and I had to use so much water that like half my skirt was completely wet, soaking wet, okay? And I was like, uh-oh. But then, well, I had to go to the class also as soon as possible, by the way, because I asked the teacher in the class if I could go use the washroom, and he was like a really strict English teacher, and he was like, okay, come back fast. And so I ran, and then I was like, in less than 2 minutes, I need to clean the fuck out of this stain, wear my skirt again, and get back to the class, and also dry this water somehow during this duration. Well, in a hurry, I tried to remove the stain. It didn't come off completely, but still most of it was gone. Half of my skirt was already wet, so I decided to do the I've been doing the opposite for forever. So I did the opposite here also. I just flipped my skirt, and I thought the wet part can stay in the front, and then the dry part can be in the back. So people will at least think I peed on my skirt and I didn't stain my skirt, because peeing your skirt was less embarrassing than staining your skirt with period blood. That's the environment I grew up in. Don't you dare say anything about it. It was awesome. Okay, but yeah, I somehow managed to come back to the class with this like really wet skirt and tunic, and then I asked me I come in, and then this teacher, this motherfucker, he knew I got my periods, because when I left the class, he saw the stain on my fucking skirt. He knew I got late because I was trying to remove that fucking stain out of it, and he knew that's why my skirt was wet. And he decides to ridicule me in front of the entire class. And as I enter, he's like, "Why is your skirt wet?" And suddenly, this class of like 40-45 students are all looking at me. All of these kids think I'm this really cringe villager, and now they're looking at me in pity, like, "Oh my god, she peed her skirt." Dude, I had no chance of getting a boyfriend in that school. Like, anyway, I wasn't that cool or that hot anyway, but even if I were, like, with all the things that I did and all the things that were happening in my life, I don't think I would have ever been able to get a boyfriend, even if I studied there for like 1,000 years. But that's how periods were, right? Like, things were so fucking secretive. Periods are still being kept like a very well kept secret, like Epstein files or something. Nobody wants to talk about periods. Nobody wants to educate their daughters about periods and tell them that this is going to happen someday. Don't freak out, come to me. By the way, when I did get my periods, that happened at home. The first periods that I got were at home, thankfully, thank god. So then I called my mom and I told her that I don't know what's happening, this is just really weird. And then she just like, she immediately, she went all hush hush, and she said, "Okay, stay in the washroom, I'll be back." And then she goes and tells my grandma about it, and then my grandma comes running and she's like, "Oh my god, okay." And then she comes with this piece of cloth that she's like, "Okay, put it over there, and just come out and then we'll talk." And so I did that, and I came out of the washroom, and then my grandma made me sit down, and she was like, "It's okay, only you got it. In fact, you got it late only. Like, other girls get it at 11, 12. You got it at 13. You still got it a little late, but at least you got it. So that's fine. Be happy you got it." This is all the education I got about menstrual cycle. Oh, and then fortunately for me, I didn't face a lot of cramps during my initial period years. Like, all of these cramps and everything started after 25 for me. But there were other girls in my class who used to get like horrible period cramps and horrible pain. And they used to take a leave on their period days. So there were days there when they couldn't come to school because of the period pains. And I was like, "Oh shit, like, is there something wrong with me? Why am I not feeling that pain?" Dude, that's what I used to be scared about. I used to be scared that why is every other girl feeling so much pain during periods and that they have to take a leave, but why am I running like a fucking footballer and during my periods? Like, is there something wrong with me? Well, turns out, of course, there was something wrong with me, but it had nothing to do with my menstrual cycle. Like, it's just something was wrong with my brain in general. I was a little crazy. I was a little cuckoo. And, like, back then, my family and my friends didn't know this, but then they realized, okay, there is something genuinely wrong with her, which is not her periods, which is her brain. So now, for instance, if I'm acting all bitchy and moody and stuff, they don't ask me if I'm on my periods, because they know it's not a period thing, it's a brain thing. The brain is the one that needs fixing, and the problem is, I don't see any fix happening anytime in the near future. So I guess that's all that's gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep talking to my phone. Wow.